Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jared Glant here on the Cardone Zone with another episode of Young Hustlers. If you notice why I look a little buttoned up, it's because Johnny just came in and undid this extra button here at the top of my shirt. Look a little weird, Johnny. Got to get a little of the cheeseburger meat hanging out there. Can you still hear me all right? Yeah, okay. So guys, welcome to the show today, 305-865-8668 if you have calls. This is going to be a great show because I think it's very timely. Frankly, every single one of these Young Hustlers shows, Natalie, your mic's hot. Every single one of these Young Hustlers shows is designed to help give you something that you can use to increase your sales and increase your income. And now that's more important than ever. So we're going through some crazy stuff right now. Stock market's crazy. Coronavirus is crazy. Hopefully you guys are sitting at home right now watching this and you're still being productive. Like, you know, people are getting sent home. People are doing the remote work thing. And you have to understand that, like, this is not a waving the white flag moment for you. It can't be. This is a moment for you right now to learn a lot about what to do in times like these. Because times like these affect a lot of people, millions of people, tens of millions of people around the world. The whole planet is affected by what's going on right now. And things like this don't come along very often. Every 5, 7, 10 years, something like this happens that creates this kind of chaos and this panic. And what you need to understand is, number one, you're not going to die. You're not going to die. You're going to get through this, like regardless of whatever the TV says. We're going to come out on the other end of this like we always do. Like we as a country, we as a people are too big to fail. So, like, number one, you just got to get your head right about the whole thing. Number two is you have to be highly aware of what's going on, because the people that are panicking right now are panicking because they don't have confidence and they don't have certainty. Now, in the absence of a lot of information, like, confidence and certainty go to the ground. And so, like, right now, a lot of people just, like, not that they don't have information about coronavirus, or not that they don't have information about Wall Street or whatever, but people don't have information about how to actually produce. Most people that are freaking out are the ones who have hourly jobs, who have salary jobs, and their jobs are being cut because they don't attach revenue to those roles. It's crazy. Like, we've been talking for years about commission. Get in a commission job. Get in a job where your production determines your paycheck. For years we've been talking about that. This is why right now. Okay? So the third thing that you have to understand is, like, if you can figure out how to be confident and certain because you have skills, like, that's really what gives confidence and certainty. It's knowledge, information, you know, those things lead to confidence, you know. If I know how to do a math problem, I get more confident about doing math problems. If you know how to sell stuff when things are hard, when things get hard, you'll be more confident. So this is a very simple thing. And in our company, we've been training people on this and preparing people for these things for 10 years since I've been here. We've been on this program. That's what the 10X rule was written for. That's what this book right here is all about. This book right here is all about the fact that you cannot prepare in your business plan for coronavirus. That you can't prepare in your marketing plan or your business strategy plan or your product launch. You cannot prepare for those things. And the 10X rule is about making a plan that factors in the things that you would never factor in. And that's why it's called 10X. Because you need a target 10 times bigger than you thought you had. Like, there were people that 30 days ago thought they were in great shape with average goals and average incomes and average targets, average expectations. Like, they were comfortable. They're moving through their life thinking everything's great because they're operating at 1X, which is a trap. It's comfortable. It gives people false sense of confidence, right? But then what happens? Crack, something you didn't plan for comes along, and then that entire program that you've been on, those incorrect goals that you've had for 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years, now the math is wrong on all of them. The comfort that you got making 30 calls a day, eking by, making just enough money, barely keeping your job. Like, the target all along should have been 300 calls a day. Our people, their target is 200 calls a day or more. And I'm telling you, like, you are going to have to do more now to probably get less. You're going to have to increase action, increase activity, increase skill, and you might get the same as you were before, depending on the business that you're in. In some cases, it's going to be less. There are a few industries that are going to continue to do well despite this, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to talk to you guys about how you can actually increase your income into a contraction. It's really important. And all those things that I just said are prerequisites for doing any of this. Like, if you're at home right now because you're working remote and you're watching this and you're still in your pajamas, you haven't taken a shower yet, you ain't brushed your teeth, they got the little yellow jacket on them still, like when you rub your tongue like this, you still feel that thing there? Yeah, it's because you didn't brush your teeth this morning. This ain't about brushing your teeth. This is about keeping a routine and keeping momentum going. If you imagine you as a train, like, you got momentum going. When that train gets stopped, it's a lot harder to get that thing moving than it is to keep it going. So whatever you do right now, you have to stay productive. If you're working from home, get up at the same time. If the gym's closed, go run in the neighborhood, do some push-ups, do some jumping jacks, do some squats, do some sit-ups. You have to keep things moving. When things stop, for a lot of people, they stop for everybody. So this is your responsibility now. This is where, when Grant talks about having higher sense of responsibility, now's the time. Because it's people like you and people like me and people like Johnny and Veronica and Natalie and our team and our company and your employees. It's people like us who take responsibility right now to keep pushing that get the country through these types of things. And actually come out in a position where you start like scooping market share up from all the people who are at home binge watching Netflix or watching a marathon of Fast and Furious, which ought to keep you at this point busy by 4 or 5 days, but probably keep you glued to the TV. I think they're on like number 18 or something. But like, you got to keep your head on right now. You got to stay focused, because there are opportunities to increase your income if you're looking for them. Number one thing you can do right now, this ain't even on my list, this is just a bonus. Number one thing you could do right now is you could start increasing your knowledge, increasing your skill. So we've made Cardone University, I don't know if you guys have seen this, I don't know if you've heard about this, but we've made Cardone University available to anybody who wants it for 30 days, absolutely free. Just go to cardoneu.com, cardoneu.com, not university, just cardoneu.com. Go to cardoneu.com, you can log in, you can create an account, and for 30 days you can use the program for free. You can use it as much as you want. You could take tests, you could not take tests. You could try to do something with the material, you could do nothing with the material, but we want to give it to you free. Like, it don't even take 30 days to change your results right now. If you want the honest truth, you can learn one thing in the first day that would change your perspective on all of this and change your productivity. So 3 things. This is what I actually came to talk about today. I'm finally getting into it. That was a good little open right there. How long was that? 15 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes? So I want to talk about 3 things that you can do to actually increase your income into the contraction. So number one thing you have to focus on is your existing customers. There's a little trick that happens right now. Retention of a customer becomes more important than ever. Keeping a client is more important right now than it was 30 days ago. It should always be important, but now more important than ever. Because now it's harder to get new business. So when you drop a client off the back end, and you drop another one, you drop 2, you scratch, you claw, you're still pushing on the front end, you drop a third, and then you get 1 customer 2 weeks later, dude, your net loss is 2 deals. So you got to focus on your existing customer base hard, because this is, regardless of whether you know it or not, this is an income increasing activity if you keep a customer, because you're not losing revenue, right? So you want to increase your income, keep customers. Do not lose customers right now. How do you do that? Number one is you must over communicate. This is a word we've been talking about a lot lately. Teams going remote, customers all over the place, different industries. Some are doing well, some are doing great, despite everything. And, and some are affected mildly. Some aren't worried about it. Some are, their business, like we have events. Our events, we had to postpone all of our events. People in the event business right now, people in the hotel business, people in the airline business, things are pretty much stopped for them. So number one thing you got to do is over communicate. And the number two thing you have to do, keep in mind, is you always want to add value before you decrease price. So before you make concessions on contracts, before you make discounts on deals, like what you need to do for the health of your business, and if you don't have a business but you work for somebody, that is a business. You are a business. You get income. You have expenses. That's a business, right? So you must focus on adding value before you kill revenue into the company or your income into your household economy. Like you have to focus on what can you do to increase the value so that you can preserve the revenue. This is something that I learned way back in the day when I sold advertising. They were like, no matter what, preserve the revenue on the account. If you've got to give them more, but preserve the revenue. Guys, everybody needs to be operating with these types of activities right now. If you've got vendors, they should be doing more for you right now, not less. Like if you cancel a service right now, like there is a ripple effect that goes along with that. Y'all got to know that. Like it affects them and then the other folks and then the people attached to them, like keeps on going down the line. So now is the time to ask for more from your vendors. Now is the time to ask for more from the people that you spend money with. And if you're selling deals, you need to focus on adding value, not decreasing price. Give people so much that they can't say no. This is what I mean by you're going to have to do more to get less, or to get fewer, or to get the same. You're going to have to do more. New math here. Okay? So number one, you got to focus, on your existing customers. Johnny? Never mind. All good. Number two, focus on your pipeline. What does pipeline mean? Pipeline, if this is a deal and this is a cold prospect, pipeline is everything that happens along the way here. Okay? This even includes unsold customers, customers that you've presented to that did not convert. Your pipeline becomes massively important because these are people that have already, after that point, they've already expressed some type of interest in your product. So the three things that we focus on, number one, unsold. Those are the people that are furthest along in the process. Like these are the people that are closest to making a decision. If last week they said no to you, if a month ago they said no to you, 6 months, 8 months, a year ago they said no to you, dude, they were in the process of moving towards a decision to do something. This is a better prospect than somebody cold right now that you have to start over with. Okay? So you got to go back into the database now and start reaching out to people. Okay? So number one, unsold customers. Number two, anybody that agreed to see a demo. Anybody that agreed to see a demo, anybody who saw a demo, and anybody who saw a demo that didn't buy. I guess that would be your three. Unsold. This would be demo. and then didn't buy. This would be scheduled a demo, and then this would be set an appointment. These three categories right here. If somebody set an appointment with you, there was enough interest for them to say, yeah, call me on Thursday. Regardless of if they showed up or not, there was enough interest for them to set an appointment. That is a level of interest, right? So these three categories of people right here should keep you pretty busy without making a new call to somebody, okay? Come to your existing pipeline deals. Here's the pro tip right now. If you have a sales team, pro tip. If you're a manager watching this, if you're a business owner watching this, management sees every deal. What does that mean? For our team, that means that managers or veterans pitch every deal. No junior people who would normally try to pitch their deal with coaching, from the tricky phone system. That's not happening anymore. We are putting the best players on the field right now because now is when it matters the most. So if you have a setup where you have one or two salespeople that have been around for 3 or 4 or 5 years and they produce 60% of the income, guess what? The rest of your sales team, if you're keeping them, those now all become appointment setters for those two people. Split deals, better than no deal. And you need to make sure that you're getting every deal now across the finish line that you possibly can. So number one, focus on your pipeline. And number two, have somebody who's proven to be a top producer pitching every deal. Number 3 tip to increase your income into a contraction is, what do they call this? Modus operandi. Is that what they say? I don't know if that's right or not. Mode of operation change. What does this mean? This means that last week, 2 weeks ago, you were working 9 to 5. You're on the East Coast, you were working 9 to 5. 9 to 5 on the East Coast means you're working 9 to 5 on the East Coast, but you're closing your doors down if you're selling over the phone. You're discontinuing your calls at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the Pacific Coast. They still got 4 or 5 more hours of business left. So now your mode of operation needs to change. When I first started working for Grant, I was like not making money. I was freaking broke. The job that I had before, I worked 8 to 4. The 8 to 4 schedule didn't work. I had to change my mode of operation because I was trying to outproduce my circumstances. So what did I do? I came in at 6 a.m. in the morning because that was 9 a.m. on the East Coast, and that's when they opened up. If you're on the West Coast, highly consider right now, if you have a phone sales opportunity, you get into the office at 6 o'clock so you can start hitting East Coast business when they start at 9 a.m., not when they go to lunch. Then you need to add another hour or 2 on the back end so you're there till 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, making sure you got all the business. Now is time for the mode of operation to change. You have to do more now, more calls, more emails, more social posts. You're going to even have to do some stuff on the weekends. Sorry, guys. Sorry. That's just the environment that you're in right now. Right? You've got to do more. You're going to have to do more to get the same or maybe even less. And you got to lean into this. Like, now's the time. Like, when Grant says don't be a little bitch, now is time not to be a little bitch. Like, now's the time to freaking bone up and lean into it. Now's the time to step up and go, okay, hey, this is when I find out what I'm made of. Dude, imagine that. Like, imagine that confidence that you have. Like, you go, hey, I'm going to make the most of this, and you see no change in your income throughout all of this. Imagine what that does for you going back. And then what happens is you have this new mode of operation that you're rolling in, and you see, man, I'm doing all these new things. I'm working more. I'm working longer. I'm being more creative. I'm doing all this stuff, and your income's not changing because things are tough right now. And then you come out on the back end of it when things start getting better, and you still have that same mode of operation, and guess what happens? Wham! That's how business people get market share. That's how salespeople get massive incomes. That's how they build big books of business, is because they change their operation mode into hyper production. And then when they come out of it, they're like, see, that's what happened for me. My mode of operation changed. I went from $2,500 a month to 7 figures because my mode of operation changed. And I was thinking, hey man, I just need to bust my ass for the first year or so until I get money to be comfortable. Except when I got a year into it and I had changed my mode of operation and I saw the results, I was like, dude, I'm not stopping this. I'm doing more. I'm pouring fuel on the fire right now. I'm going to add more wood. I'm going to keep freaking building this thing till it's massive. Dude, I'm in such a different place financially than last time in 2008 when this happened. And it's because my mode of operation has been different for the last 10 years than it was the 10 years prior to that. The mode of operation must change. And the bottom line is, like, people are still doing business. We're still, got a skeleton crew here, but our people are slamming the phones right now. Talked to a guy last night that owns a business. He's saying, dude, we're still moving. We're going to have a great month, actually. He's like, things are looking great. I'm hiring people. Like, there are pockets of business that are doing well right now. It's just the way the yin and the yang works. When this is up, this is down. When this is up, this is down. There's businesses that operate like that. And if you have a business that has a service or you have a product that can serve a lot of different industries, then you need to start getting a little bit more creative about looking, hey, who's going to be doing well from this? Who is going to be in a position to actually make a move? They talk about the investment opportunity when the market is down like this. But the only people that can make a move are the people that have the money stacked away. So what does that mean for you? Dude, like, there could be an opportunity. Like right now, I have, our guys are offering 5-year deals at discounted pricing. Dude, if you're in a position to get a good deal right now, now's the time to get the deal. So you got to change the mode of operation. Part of that I would recommend highly. In fact, you're an idiot if you don't do it. Go to CardoneU.com and get it for free right now. CardoneU.com, get it for free. Use it for free. Crush it for 30 days. Like, it's free. You want to figure out how to make increase your income and you're not on CardoneU and you won't take it when it's free, you're going to have problems. Promise you. You got bigger problems than coronavirus, if you can imagine that, if you won't take advantage of this offer. CardoneU for free for 30 days. Get inside, skill up, get sharp. Now's the time you need to be sharper than ever. When the pie gets smaller, the hungriest eat. When the food shortage and the, what do they call that? In Africa, where all the animals are. The what do they call it?
Preserve.
No, not the preserve. No, they call it the
Kingdom.
No, the kingdom. You're an idiot. No, they call it the savannah or something like that. I don't know what they call it. But dude, like when there's fewer animals to eat because it's a drought or something like that, dude, the ones that eat are the big, strong, fast animals. So are you a big, strong, fast animal right now? Or are you, you little gazelle with a freaking busted ass back leg kind of like hopping along? You're going to get eaten. It's brutal, but that's just what happens right now.
Got 5 colors.
The strong people crush. Be a crusher right now. The next 12 months, write this down. The next 12 months can change my life. Write that down on a sheet of paper right now in front of you. The next 12 months can change my life. Because if you get freaking solid and sharp and great and you're a killer the next 12 months, just like it happened for me, I'm not telling you anything that I hadn't done. When I got great for 12 months, it stuck with me and it changed my life forever. And it'll do the same for you. Get in CardoneU. CardoneU.com, 30 days for free. Let's go to the callers.
You got Nori in New York.
Nori?
This is Nori.
Nori, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Jared? My name's Nori. I'm from New York. I'm a sales consultant at Empire Solar Solutions. I had a quick question for you today.
Yeah.
I'm 21 years old. I'm trying to kind of build out a sales team right now. About 2 years ago, I discovered Grant, and I kind of left my my installation job installing solar systems, and I kind of went to the sales side and pushed my way through that. And I'm finally here. You know, I'm one of the top producing salesmen for my company right now.
Congrats.
I just made over 100 grand last year, and I'm trying to get to $1 million now. So I realized the only way to do that is kind of to build a sales team, to kind of automate some sales for me, because I can't be at everywhere at one time. So I'm 21 years old, and I don't know how to kind of build a sales team and get people to take me seriously as a 21-year-old, because I'm going to be hiring like 30-year-old consultants or like 25-year-old consultants. So
You go door to door, or you sell over the phone?
What's that?
You go door to door, or you sell over the phone?
Well, I get generated leads that are bought from the company. So recently I started buying my own leads, and I haven't been doing door-to-door service.
Yeah, so
It's kinda dead out
call
here.
you call people over the phone and you sell them over the phone?
Yeah, well, we have callers that do that for us, and they set the appointments for us.
So then all you
yeah.
do is you go to the house, or you do it on the phone?
I just go to the house.
Okay.
Sell the deal.
So here, dude, here in its most basic form of recruiting and building a successful team is, number one, you have to be successful enough. You have to carry yourself. You have to be put together in a way where people know that you're producing. Like, they have to see that. If you have a freaking dent in the side of your car that you hadn't gotten fixed for 7 months, if you're broke, it's going to be hard for people to believe in you. That doesn't mean you can't try, but I just said it's going to be harder. Okay?
Okay.
So the easiest, most simplified way to build a sales team is to bring one person in and help make them successful in the business.
And then you're saying after I make that person successful, it'll be easier to kind of mimic other people's?
Then you go get another person, you make them successful. Then you go get another person, you make them successful. Now you got 3 people that are all successful. Hopefully by this time, the first person you hired is really successful and they're starting to step up and you can make them a manager.
Yeah.
And then you go out and hire another one. And then that manager, maybe that manager starts taking people out and making them successful. Like, it's basic. It's, dude, come work for me. I'll help make sure you get paid. And if they have talent, if they have skill, if they can hang, if they can do the work, if they can eat the shit sandwich that they probably got to eat in the beginning, and they can stick it out, dude, then you keep pouring the love on them. You keep investing in people. That's how you build a company. Is you just continue to bring people in and invest in them and help make sure that they're successful. So good luck with that, man. I appreciate the call. Who we got next?
Right.
Your mic's off right now.
Brian in Iowa.
Brian in Iowa. Brian, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy? So I have a question for you. So
Let's
I'm
go.
24 years old.
Yep.
I'm in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Got it? All right, cool. So I started a online community YouTube channel called Vending Nation, teaching people like how to start vending machine businesses about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I enjoyed doing it. It was mostly just me tracking my vending. And now fast forward, I manufacture my own honesty boxes. I'm starting my own charity to where we're going to be buying vehicles for kids who can't afford them that are disabled, because independency is really, really important for kids in wheelchairs.
Sure.
And how the boxes work is they purchase them for $8.99, the vendor does, and then they pay the charity 75 cents per month per box, and all that money goes into the charity to do something great. My problem is I don't have the money to throw towards Facebook or Instagram ads. I wanted to do it more naturally with my YouTube channel. But with my disability, I'm not able to go out and do vending anymore like I used to. So I can't create the natural content around my YouTube channel to sell it to my community. Because, of course, the idea was to start the YouTube video about me building a route with my own product, my Honesty Box. And then it was going to segue into the good and the amazing things that we're going to be doing with the money that the vendors pay back. And kind of keep it snowballing. But I can't get it out. I'm having issues getting it off the ground by not being able to leave my house and not having enough money to go throw it at Facebook ads. What would you do if you were in my situation?
Yeah, so, number one thing is you got to keep the main thing the main thing. So if you're doing something that's generating money, like you're running vending machines, like that's your income, like that's how you survive. Like that needs to be the main thing.
Right.
If content is the next thing that you're talking about, and you can't spend money to get distribution, because that's really essentially what money does. Money buys you ads, which gets you distribution, right?
Right.
Then you need to find other creative ways to get distributed. You got to find people that'll interview you for podcasts. You got to find people that'll write articles about you. You got to start writing articles about a side hustle or whatever. You know, like you just have to get more creative with how you're getting distribution. You know, maybe you're reaching out to people directly who are engaging with likes or shares or comments or whatever inside your ecosystem of content. Like, you know, you're going out
So work
into
more
new,
within instead
maybe,
of creating content. Go work one-on-one.
I'm not saying work one-on-one. I'm just saying like you just need to be the push behind that. So, you know, you can go get money from your vending machines in the daytime, create some content while you're out there, and then bring it home.
I can't leave the house right now, so I can't do that.
Oh, because of coronavirus?
No, because of my wheelchair. I don't have a vehicle that's handicap accessible at the moment.
So
It costs about $80,000.
yeah, but
And I wrecked mine about 9 months ago.
yeah. So do you have vending machines right now or no?
I did, but I had to pull all of them. That's what I'm saying. I can't go out and do it again. I can't get out to do it. So, but I have like 2,000 boxes that I want to sell on my website.
Why don't you find a partner, dude? Find a partner. Dude, I already got the machines. You know, maybe your phone call goes to, you go to somebody else who does vending machines in the area, says, hey, I already got the machines, let's work out some type of deal. You use the machines that I got, we split the income from it, whatever the case may be, right?
Right.
Like you have to start thinking like, you're calling going, what do I do? Like you need to be asking yourself, how could I make this work? How could I use the 800 machines even though I can't leave the house? And you just got to come up with a sheet of paper and start writing down. I could partner with somebody else. I could just sell them. I could and get into a new business. I could, you know, you just got to spend some time on it.
Thank you, man.
You know?
No, I appreciate this. No, for real. Sometimes I need like the harsh reality of just like get off your butt.
Well, I mean, you know, you're stuck at home. You can't drive around. Somebody can. How much? You know, how much money were you making? Give them a piece of it. Just say, hey, yo, I'll have you do this. I'll pay you this. Let's partner. Boom.
Yeah.
Now your machines are making you money, and you're not having to do anything for it except create content. Can you create content at home?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Start with
Cool.
that. That's what I do. All right, man. Appreciate the call.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right,
Francisco in South Carolina.
Francisco, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, Jerry?
Appreciate the call.
Yes, I wanted to ask you a question. I own 3 agencies, insurance agency here in South Carolina, PNC. What do you think about PNC agencies with the coronavirus?
What do I think about PNC agencies?
Yeah, and what's going on right now?
What's
with the
What's a
coronavirus?
PNC agency?
Property and casualty.
Oh, like Allstate or State Farm or something like that?
Yes. But I'm an independent broker
Yeah.
with
I mean,
3 agencies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it's affecting you, man.
I mean, I don't think it's going to affect right now because people need insurance. Therefore, what we're doing right now is we letting people know that we could check so we could bring down your prices and I can start shopping around.
Dude, the people, like now more than ever, people are understanding that bad things can happen.
Okay.
Like this is evidence that bad things can happen. You need to protect yourself. You need to make sure that you're covered. You know,
Okay.
and then you need to shift into what you do, because if they're already working with somebody, you need to shift into how what you do is better than what the next guy does, or how you're going to do more and save them money, or how you're going to give them better service, better value, better coverage, better protection for the same or less, or whatever the pitch is. But like, you got to figure out how to build an offer that's so good people are just like, oh yeah, Francisco, let's go. I'm doing it with you.
Okay, and one last question. Right now, I have put away about $140 in my account, you know, just in case something happens like that. Is that good, or I know that I got to continue to pile money, but what do you think about that amount?
Yeah, if you're sitting on 140 grand in cash, That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good set of reserves. So,
Okay.
and then you need to figure out right now, like that 140 could become 280 in the next 5 months.
Okay.
If you make the right moves on it. If you put it in something like Cardone Capital, it's going to be spitting you a check every month. We will come through this. Like these opportunities, like there was a guy on CNBC the other day. He goes, dude, in my lifetime, there's been 4 buying opportunities that were the biggest opportunities in my life. And it's where I generated the majority of my income. He said, this is the 5th. So there are opportunities out there if you're looking for them. There are problems out there for you if you are looking for problems. There are excuses out there if you're looking for excuses. You can either look for an excuse to do it, or you can find a reason and a way to do it. So I hope that helps. Yeah, go ahead.
How can I sign for the mentorship for you guys?
If you go to, have you been in our program before?
No.
Natalie, let's get him, is Natalie there? Can you help him get signed up for the mentoring program? So what he's talking about is a mentor program that we have where every week we do a live call and we are covering topics from Cardone University in a more instructional way, helping people move through challenges or difficult situations in their business with their income, et cetera. We're giving them 8 weeks of coaching. You get access to Cardone University for 8 weeks. And then we do a 10X HQ day where we actually have people come into our office. We have a big classroom here, and they get to learn a little bit more about how to be successful, how we operate as a company, and the other things that we have here. So that's a great opportunity right now. If you go to grantcardone.com/earlybird, you can see the details on that offer there. I think we get started on, what month is it right now? March 19th. So that would be April 6th, did we say? April 3rd. April 3rd is, right? What's that Monday? Is it April? It's either April 3rd or April 6th, whatever Monday that is. 8-week program, how to expand into contraction.
That's a Friday, April 3rd, Friday.
Okay, so April 6th is when we start, that Monday. So check it out, guys. Now is the time where you find out what you're worth. It's where you prove to yourself that you can do anything despite the circumstances around you. This is where champions are made, and this is where the weak are crushed. So make the decision to be bold, make the decision to be big, make the decision to freaking lean into this thing, and you will increase your income, you will gain market share, and you will come out of this literally at full rocket speed. And the next 10 years after this are going to be the biggest 10 earning years of your life. So appreciate you guys being here. Stay up out there, keep pushing. And remember, the only people who condemn the hustle are the ones who've already given up on the hustle themselves. We'll see you next week.